if I have to cheat because it's getting a bit ridiculous, I will take off like weights of these things, but hopefully we don't have to. I know there is such things as balloons as well. I don't really want to use balloons, but if I have to, I have to. And look, there's a roll bar and a back seat and that sort of thing. You know, we can BRP and drop the weight a little bit on the Mini if we have to. I don't want to, but you know, if we have to. First of all, though, I think I can fit some more suitcases on these sides, and I think I'm going to do it over the wheels as well. But to do that, I will need to no collide these wheels, so I'll do that real quick. But I'll get these around so I know what ones they are, and I'm not wasting my time. Okay, whoop. Get the back standing up straight, okay. No collide. No collide to the wheel and the car. And to that, and to that. To the wheel, and to the car, and to that, and the barrel actually. So I should have done with this just in case it nicks on that barrel. I will just check that should be okay to move on. Yes, it is, okay. And I know it's not exactly super realistic that we have the suitcase inside the tyre, but you know, you got to do what you got to do to make it work, don't you? Okay. Push that in a little bit more so it's nice and narrow. And oh, that's not no collide. I haven't done them yet, have I? No. Okay, no collide. On the wheel and on the car and on that suitcase and on the barrel. Barrel, on the wheel, on the car, and on the other barrel. Okay. They should be nice in there now. Okay. I haven't welded these things yet, so I should be careful to... Actually, you know what? Because I bumped the car, I reckon those other ones might be out of place. Or did I weld them? Maybe I did weld them. No, I don't think I did. Whatever, I'll weld them now. They didn't seem to be knocked out of place. So I think that might have been a little bit, but that's okay. Make sure it's welded to that as well. Hopefully we don't stop the wheel from turning. I don't think I have welded it to the wheel though, which is good. We don't want it to be welded to the wheel. To that, and to that, and to that. Okay. Drop that. Still seems to be okay. So, does it float now? Before I drop it, I am actually just going to save it, just in case, because I'm a little bit worried that my computer crashes or something. Duplicator. It's left click to paste, right click to copy. Save dupe. There we go. We have saved some other stuff as well, but that's okay. There we go. So, let's see if it floats. Or at least is a bit closer to floating. I will be nice and careful now putting it in. Okay, it floats. Sorry, it's not floating, but it does sink less. So that's a decent sign. Another thing that I should keep in mind though is how it drives. So I'm going to quickly drive it and make sure it's still driving okay. It does seem to be. I don't notice too much of a difference. It does feel a little bit heavier, but it's not so bad. So yeah. Well, I can tell that we probably shaved some time off on how fast it is, but it is closer to floating. So I'm going to cheat a little bit here, and I'm going to change the weight of these because I think it is going to get a little bit too ridiculous if we're doing more. So I'm going to set the weight to 1 on this, this, and this, because they're quite weighty. These things are only 15. I don't think that's so bad. It does add up a bit, but we'll see. So has this made any difference? It will make a bit of a difference to the handling, and I don't want to cheat so much. Okay, it's still sinking a fair bit. I'm hoping changing the weight doesn't change how it floats though. Should we put some balloons on there? I feel kind of bad about doing that, but you know, maybe we should. I don't want to put stuff like hoverballs on there because that is straight up cheating. But you know, maybe having a balloon is you know, just a few on here to give it a bit more lift is not so bad. What do you think? 2 on the back and just on the roof. Okay, how are we going in terms of lift now? Oh, We have almost flotation. I think the issue is that these balloons are not wanting to go under the water, but they are actually helping it. So I could put the balloons a little bit lower, which I'm going to do. Maybe on the four corners of the car, and maybe that will just keep it above. We'll have to see. Balloons. Okay, here we go again. I'm going to put on the bumper there. The bumper there. Bumper there. And on the other corner of the bumper. There. Okay, you can see it bobbing around a bit. It's having a bit of an effect. So what have we got now? Oh, we are so close to actually floating. Still a little bit low. So I'm going to change the weight on these suitcases here. And I could add more flotation stuff, but I think it would get a bit ridiculous. So the weight tool. Again, it's 1. I'll make sure I don't hit the actual car, because that would be a bit dumb. These balloons are weight 100, but they do provide a fair bit of force as well, so that's okay. I think if I make them weight 1, they'll probably just absolutely take off. See how we go now. I don't even know if that weight tool is going to make a difference to this floating. Or again, it's close to floating, but not quite. Just give it a little bit more lift, and it will be enough to enough to get away with it. Unfortunately, even as I drive it, you know, there's going to be water in the bottom, but that's just a graphical thing with Garry's mod. I don't really have an option to clean up the like put in paste all over the seals so we don't get water in there. But we'll just ignore that. You know, there's not much we can do in Garry's mod about that. Okay, so what can I do? I can lower these barrels a bit, but at the same time, I don't want them to drag on the ground, which I think these two at the back may already be doing. Yes, I believe they are, which is okay. You know, it's not the end of the world, but we need to try and not do too much of that. So I think I'm going to put another barrel on each side of the front, maybe, and see how we go with that. Or maybe I can put one inside the car. I know that's a little bit unrealistic, but at the same time we can count that as some weight loss. Let's do that. Okay, so we have a, where is it? Construction props at the top here. One there, one there. I'm going to change the weight of these straight away. I know it's a little bit cheap maybe, but actually we will test though. If it, this is what I'm a bit questionable about. If it, does it still float if it only has a 1 weight? Yeah, it does. What if we set the weight to like 2,500? Yep. Does it change how well it floats though? I think it almost might. If we compare it to this one, I don't know. Do you guys see a difference? Maybe I should leave the weight on these two. See how we go. Okay. There we go in there, and oh, I need to no collide that on everything, unfortunately. I think there is a way to put the no collide on everything. I will work that out. Left click on the first, or right click to disable all collisions. There we go. That'll be better. So yeah. So I'm going to put one in the front, in the engine. We can count this as that flotation stuff that we can't do in Garry's mod. That basically changes the. It's going to be a bit tricky to weld that though, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Look, we'll have to. Oh, sitting on a balloon there. Hop up balloon. There we go. These balloons are a bit of a pain, but that's okay. So that will have to be a little bit higher so I can actually weld it. I think there is reasonable. And this one can go in the back seat. Okay, there we are. So I shall weld them on. I'm hoping this works. Weld that to that as well. Can I get into this car to weld this? I think so. Oops, it's a bit tricky. It is a little bit hard to tell if I'm welding on the car or not. We'll find out now. Did I click R? I think I did. Oh, neither of them worked. Well, that's a shame. Okay, we'll try that again. Yeah, this one as low as possibly. As low as possibly. I mean low as possible. That one nice and low as well. Okay. Weld them on there. Again, I need to go into no clip mode. See, I don't even know if this is going to work. It might, I think I might just be hitting this car outside. No, I'm inside the barrel now. I do believe. Oh, we'll try that again. Nope, V, R. Oh no. What's happened here? Okay, so I don't know what happened there. Oh. Why is that rolling? We'll ignore that. I think it's these things on the back are a bit too low. But again, yeah, we'll ignore that. To stop that from happening, I shall put these balloons back on. I don't know why everything unwelded. Was that because I had the weld tool selected or something? I don't know. That was unfortunate though, but that's okay, we can recover, Balloons. One there, one there, one there, and one there. Okay. And unfortunately, I don't know if it's actually going to work, having more barrels inside the car, because I just don't seem to be getting it in there. So I think maybe the only way is to have balloons, and I don't want to do this because it is a bit cheaty, but, you know, I just don't see another way of actually getting it done. These barrels only provide so much lift, and yeah. So, you know, we got some balloons, but, you know, it's basically the same as removing weight, but just not doing it as effectively. Okay. We shall try this. Have we all... Again, we're close to floating, but not quite enough. I think the issue is we need balloons lower, which isn't exactly possible if there isn't any, I don't know, I just lost my train of thought. Whatever, because there's nothing below it and I can't attach it. Why is this drifting? God dang it, Garry's mod sometimes pisses me off. What the hell is this? Okay. Seems to be driving okay though. It just drifts a bit, which makes absolutely no sense to be honest, but whatever, we'll go with it. Okay, so the only way I can actually see this is working is not being RP and cheating a little bit, which is putting something down the bottom here, attaching a balloon to it, and yeah, which I think I'm going to make these balloons transparent anyways, but it's still, yeah. So to do that I need to go to paint, I think. And, oh no, it's not paint, it's material. And is it this? Not quite. Getting closer though. This one. Nope. It's a bit hard to tell what's transparent, what's just, what's the name? Okay, it might be like the last one. Oh, that's horrifying. It's not that. Storm's gear. Screen space. I'm sure there is a way to have it transparent. Shiny, debug white. There we go. Yeah, these guys, heads invisible. There we go. Probably would have been a good idea to no collide them as well, but that's okay. Actually, I can probably still do that, can't I? No collide with everything is right click, isn't it? So there's one, yep, there, 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 and there, there. It's blowing around in the wind, come on. There, and there, okay. So, that should be a lot more tolerable. Now, what I need to do is attach something to the bottom down here so the balloons can actually kind of float and keep it even, which is going to be a bit of a challenge still. So I need to have, I'll make it transparent, and so yeah, it just doesn't do anything. Unfortunately, it may mean that it will still collide with the ground though, won't it? Actually, that is an issue. Oh dang it, stop it, just stop. Okay. So what other options do we have to make it float? We can use thrusters, but I don't really like the idea of doing that because it is just a little bit cheaty. What is that? That looks cool. It's like a poetry, like an actual rocket bottom or something. No, we don't really want that. What else have we got that's an option? And I don't think anything in here is going to help.